Well, the I-Team with tips now to avoid student loan stress.
The pandemic pause on student loan payments is over, and that has about 2 million Illinois graduates bracing for repayments on that debt this month.
And our consumer investigator, Jason Knowles, finding out what moves to make right now to prepare yourself.
Ravi, Cheryl, those loan bills will start rolling in again this month, and they're coming without any loan forgiveness because the U.S. Supreme Court rejected that proposal. Now people are dealing with student loan stress, but there are ways to save.
It's a very daunting number.
Amir Najem has a spouse and 3 kids, and he owes more than $72,000 in federal student loans after recently finishing his master's degree at the University of Chicago. For the first time in more than 3 years, 45 million student loan borrowers like Najem will have to resume paying back their student loans.
Thinking about my future and thinking about the plans I want to do with myself, it's sort of this lingering thought in the back of my mind. And, you know, I have these dreams of buying a home and advancing my career and all that. And it's just this lingering notion of having this $72,000 saddled over my head.
And he won't be getting a break on his payments like he thought. When President Biden announced his loan forgiveness program, 20,000 of Najem's loans would have been forgiven. But that program was struck down last summer by the U.S. Supreme Court. So how are you going to handle these bills coming in again with inflation?
Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of managing on my monthly expenses. The cost of living has substantially increased, and, you know, my salary and all those things aren't matching that rise.
Mark Henry, founder and CEO of Alloy Wealth Management, reminds borrowers that while repayment begins in October, interest on those loans started accruing last month. He says to face it head on.
We need to list all of our debt, prioritize it, and then attack it. And when you do it like this, it becomes digestible. It becomes like, okay, I can do this.
If you have student debt, experts say you also need to look into your loan's provisions and terms and find out exactly what you owe. Then
take the smallest balance first and start making more than the minimum payment on that one while making minimum payments on the other loans. And get one paid off, then take all the money we're paying on that one and go to the next smallest balance.
And if your credit score is high enough, consider a debt consolidation loan, but be cautious.
Keep in mind the loan terms, though. You have to read the fine print. We don't want to do anything to put us in a worse situation, as in higher interest rates or a loan that's just not as good as what we think.
There are ways to save. A new federal student loan repayment plan, Saving on a Valuable Education, or SAVE, could lower monthly payments for millions of borrowers. SAVE calculates your monthly payment amount based on your income and family size and provides the lowest monthly payments of any income-driven plan available. That program could help Najem and his family. He may also qualify for a forgiveness based on his occupation in public service.
I enrolled in a public forgiveness loan, which is after 10 years or 120 consecutive payments, your loan gets forgiven. But that's with the hope that I stay in public sector for 10 years.
Lawyers, doctors, and people in other professions may also qualify for partial forgiveness of a loan. You may also be able to lower your interest on student loans if you enroll in automatic payments. Cheryl, Ravi, also check with your employer. Some will increase the match on your 401k if you show them that you are paying a student loan. Anything can pay off, right?
I like what your expert said, though, that you can attack this and you have to face it straight on.
Right. You have to write it out and see what's there and see what you have to tackle.
It's awesome. There's some opportunities for help along the way as well. So that's some good news there. All right, Jason, thank you for this.
Thank you.